Shandong Luneng Taishan is a professional football club that currently participates in the Chinese Super League under license from the Chinese Football Association. The team is based in Jinan, Shandong, and their home stadium is the Jinan Olympic Sports Center Stadium that has a seating capacity of 56,808. Their current majority shareholder is Luneng Group, which is a subsidiary of State Grid Corporation of China. The club is now under the management of the Shandong Electric Power Group Corporation, the biggest supplier of electric energy in Shandong Province and part of the State Grid Corporation of China. The club's predecessor was called Shandong Provincial Team, who were founded in April 10, 1956, while the current professional football team was established in December 2, 1993. They were one of the founding members of the first fully professional top-tier league in China. Since then they have gone on to win their first ever league title in the 1999 league season. They have continued to win domestic silverware with the 2006, 2008, 2010 league titles, making them one of the most successful Chinese football teams. History = Early club era = The club was founded on April 10, 1956 by the local Shandong Province government to participate in the recently established and expanding Chinese Football League, where they originally named themselves Shandong Provincial Team. They took part in the 1957 league season, where they started within the second tier and finished bottom within the group stages. The following season saw an improvement from the team, finishing an improved third within their group. However, participation within the league became sporadic as the management decided to concentrate the team's efforts on the multi-sport event Chinese National Games. Participating within the 1965 Chinese National Games, the club ultimately came ninth within the tournament. The following season any attempt to return to the league was halted for several seasons due to the Chinese Cultural Revolution. When the league started again in 1973, Shandong were allowed to be included in the top tier and finished ninth at the end of the campaign. As the seasons progressed, they established themselves as regulars within the league. However, the management still wished to compete within the Chinese National Games and entered a team in the 1979 tournament, which they won, beating Beijing 3-1 in the final. The success of that tournament acted as a springboard for the team, and Shandong would experience two runners-up spots within the 1981 and 1982 league campaigns. The momentum they showed at the start of the decade quickly faded, and by the end of it they experienced their first ever relegation at the end of the 1989 league season. Unfortunately for Shandong, they experienced their second relegation the following season and were sent down to the third tier after experiencing a double relegation. The club's time within the third division did not last very long, and they immediately won the division title and promotion at the end of the 1991 league season. The following campaign saw the Chinese Football Association decided to make Chinese football fully professional, and this seemed to spur on the club as they came third within the division and guaranteed promotion to the first fully professional top-tier league, the 1994 Chinese GRA League, no matter what happened in the 1993 season. On December 2, 1993, Shandong Football Club became fully professional, gathered sponsorship and changed their name to Shandong Taishan Football Club. On January 29, 1994, Jinan City, the city government sponsored and participated in the club's management. The club changed its name to Shandong Jinan Taishan Football Club to accommodate this. Professionalism Shandong would be one of the founding teams to participate within the inaugural fully professional 1994 Chinese GRA League season. However, the owners quickly ran into financial problems with the improved player wages and added costs of running a professional club, which saw players often paid late. The lack of funds also saw the club unable to sign any foreign imports, making them one of the few teams in the league without any foreign players within their roster. To add to the club's problems, several veterans who established the club within the league, such as Wang Dongning and Leng Bo, left the team at the end of the season. On April 3, 1995, the club changed its name to Jinan Taishan Football Club to accommodate their sponsors. However, their financial problems still remained the same and they were unable to bring any new players into the squad. Despite this, the manager Yin Taisheng promoted from within, with players such as Li Xiaopeng and Liu Yu given a chance. However, it was the emergence of Su Maozhen and Tang Xiaokang as the club's strikers, which impressed the club's supporters the most, especially once they beat the recently crowned league champions Shanghai Greenland Shenhua in the 1995 Chinese FA Cup held in Nanjing. After the victory, Shandong General Tobacco Company, Limited became interested in the club and on March 2, 1996 took control of the team and invested 6.5 million yuan into the club. With the continued investment from the Jinan city government as well, the club were on a sure financial footing, and with Su Maozhen becoming the league's top goal scorer and the team reaching another cup final again in 1996, things looked to have improved for the team. However, this time they lost to Beijing Guoyu for €1 in Beijing. First foreign coach. On December 4, 1997 the club held a consultation with the Shandong Electric Power Group Corporation, and on January 5, 1998 Shandong Electric Power Group Corporation became the majority shareholders of the club and changed the club's name to Shandong Luneng Football Team. While the Jinan city government still had significant shareholdings within the club, the new majority shareholders decided that the team needed a new direction and brought in the club's first ever foreign coach in Kim Yong-nam at the beginning of the 1998 league season after Yin Taishan wasn't able to improve upon the previous season's results. Kim came into Shandong with a reputation of having led South Korea into the 1986 FIFA World Cup for the first time in over 32 years. He dramatically changed the team's style of play and emphasized attacking football, and his new signing from Beijing Guoyu Deng Lijun thrived on this, scoring 7 goals. Kim's style, however, didn't bring him many wins, and he resigned later in the season while Yin Taisheng returned to manage the team away from relegation. First league title. On December 25, 1998 former Yugoslavian national team coach Slobodan Santra joined Shandong as their new manager for the start of the 1999 league season. With key foreign signings in Serbian goalkeeper Sora Petrovia, striker Luis Romero combining with now established Chinese international Su Maozhen along with the emergence of Li Xiaopeng, Shandong had the backbone of a team that surprised many to go on the final day of the season to beat Chongqing Longxin 5-0 to claim their first ever league title. Several days later the club would achieve their first ever domestic cup double when they beat Dalian Wanda for €3 on aggregate to clinch the 1999 Chinese FA Cup, which resulted in Santra to personally be awarded the Chinese Coach of the Year award. The 1999 FA Cup victory would unfortunately be tainted by controversy when on February 18, 2013 it was confirmed by the Chinese police that former Chinese Football Association head of refereeing Zhang Jiankayang was paid 400,000 yuan by the club to select the referees for their fixtures in the tournament. Shandong would later be fined 1 million yuan by the Chinese Football Association for this transgression. For the start of the 2000 league season, striker Casiano Delval and midfielder Charles Whittle were brought in to replace the exiting Luis Romero. Unfortunately for Shandong, they got off to the worst possible start to the season by losing their first game of the new campaign to the newly promoted side Yunnan Hongta 1-0. The club continued to struggle with defending their title, and by the July 16 clash with Hongdae's Honghae the pressure had already seen Santra refuse to speak to the media despite Shandong actually winning the game for €2. With the title already gone from Shandong and Santra appearing to have lost control of the team, he was forced to resign on September 13, 2000, while youth team coach Oko Kokavia temporarily took over the team for the remainder of the season. Donggang. In preparation for the 2001 league season, speculation grew as to who the new manager for the team would be, with former Croatian coach Miroslav Blaha three-quarters ever linked with the club until the club's general manager Shaw Kenin stepped down and Donggang replaced him on November 2, 2000, and he decided to hire Russian coach Boris Ignatiev. With Casiano Delval being the previous season's top goal scorer with 15 goals and the introduction of experienced foreign internationals in Gabriel Mendoza, Jose Copyright Oscar Herrera and Siena Horniak, expectations were high for Shandong. Once again the club did not have an ideal start to the season when they faced newly promoted side Shaanxi Guilai in their opening game of the season and lost 1-0. Results under Ignatiev did not improve and the team experienced their toughest defeats in the Continental 2000-0 Asian Club Championship on March 23, 2001, where they lost to Jabilo Iwata 6-2, followed by a 6-0 defeat to Suwon Samsung on March 25, 2001, with both games held in Makassar, Indonesia. Those games would be the first humiliating defeats for the club on the international stage and were known by the Chinese football fans as the Makassar Massacre. The experience in Indonesia was to devastate the team for months upon returning to China, where they were subjected with shame and guilt everywhere they went, especially on away games where they would get booed by local fans. The team introduced Nii Lamptey in the summer and then later that year Marcio Santos to halt the losing streak. The team recovered well in the fall and finished the season with 7 straight wins, finishing the campaign in 6. Another Russian coach, Valery Nepomniachtchi, who achieved great success in the 1990 World Cup with the Cameroon, took over the team on December 18, 2001 for the 2002 league season, and under his reign results improved, with the club finishing in an improved 4th at the end of the campaign. On February 8, 2003, it would be discovered by the Chinese Football Association that the general manager Dong Gang was paying referees to be biased towards his team in a scandal named Black Whistle by the Chinese media, and saw Shandong given an 800,000 yuan fine while Dong Gang escaped with a warning. Nepomniachtchi decided to stay with the club, however the scandal severely affected the team and they struggled throughout the season, finishing 12th position at the end of the 2003 league season. Despite being named in the Black Whistle scandal, Dong Gang remained as the team's general manager and he hired Ljubia Tumbakovic before leaving the club on November 22, 2005 to take a position with the Shandong Electric Power Group Corporation, while Kang Menjon replaced him as the club's general manager. Ljubia Tumbakovic. On January 7, 2004, Ljubia Tumbakovic was brought in as head coach for the rebranded 2004 Chinese Super League, and with the signing of Chinese international striker Li Jinyu along with the emergence of Han Peng, the club were able to win the 2004 FA Cup by beating Sichuan Guangkeng in the final. With the continued investment coming from the signing of another Chinese international in Jiangxi, Shandong looked to provide a better showing in the club's second outing in the 2005 AFC Champions League, where they reached the quarter-finals before being humbled by eventual winners Al Ittihad 8-3 on aggregate. The capitulation at Al Ittihad, which saw Tumbakovic and players Jiangxi as well as Predrag Parzin sent off for abusive and violent conduct, would ultimately affect the team's performance within the league and see them lose the 2005 league title, eventually coming third. In the 2006 Chinese Super League campaign, Tumbakovic looked to overcome the disappointment of the previous season, and with the club not in the ACL, Shandong could concentrate on winning the league and cup double. With talented and motivated young players that included Kui Peng, Zhou Heibin and Wang Yongpo, along with Jiangxi personally winning the 2006 Most Valuable Player award while Li Jinyu gained the Top Goal Scorer award, saw Shandong breeze to the title with several games remaining and at the time the highest points and goal total in Chinese Football League history. After gaining his MVP, Jiangxi would interest then top-tier English club Charlton Athletic, who he initially joined on loan before making his move permanent. His departure would see Shandong struggle in the 2007 AFC Champions League, and they couldn't improve upon their previous ACL results. Despite gaining 13 points, they were knocked out of the competition in the group stages by Songnam Ilhwa Chunma, who beat them on goal difference. The continental exit would once again repercuss into the league and saw Shandong unable to defend their league title. Without the ACL to contend with, Tumbakovic was able to regroup his team again and win the 2008 league campaign on the final day of the season, when a 0-0 draw against Guangzhou Pharmaceutical was enough to clinch the title. On February 7, 2009, the team's Chinese international footballer Zhou Heibin signed for top-tier Dutch club PSV Eindhoven on a free transfer. His sudden departure gave Shandong a confusing and difficult pre-season preparation, which saw them start the 2009 AFC Champions League with a 3-0 defeat to Gamba Osaka on March 10, 2009. This detrimental start would ultimately see the club unable to reach the knockout stages once again under Tumbakovic. The club's league form also suffered, and after the team came fourth in their attempt to defend their title, the Shandong management decided to let Tumbakovic go. Sun Guoyu. On November 21, 2009, Guoyu came in as the new general manager of the club, and his first assignment was to hire Branko Ivankovic on December 16, 2009 as the club's new head coach. Established Chinese international player Deng Xiuxiang joined the team before the start of the 2010 league campaign in hopes of revitalizing the team's midfield. Once again, their continental campaign saw them knocked out in the group stages of the 2010 AFC Champions League. However, unlike previous seasons, Shandong were able to recover from this disappointment, and with the inclusion of Julio Carr copyright Zard de Li Cubden during the season, they were able to win the league title. The club's defense of their league title saw promising youngster Zhang Qi seriously injured in the first game of the 2011 league season. The repercussion of his injury saw Shandong have a slow start to the season and on the verge of being eliminated once again in the group stage of AFC, which resulted in Ivankovic resigning on May 5, 2011, 2 days after losing 2-1 to John Bukai and I Motors. Rajo Magia took on the helm of head coach, however he was sacked after a series of losses and replaced by the head coach of the club's football school Manuel Barbosa on a caretaker basis, where he guided the team to a runners-up spot in the 2011 Chinese FA Cup. On January 6, 2012, Dutch coach Henk ten Cate was appointed as the new manager of the team. It was hoped that with his experience in previously managing Ajax, the birthplace of total football, he would enforce a faster, more free-flowing playing style. What the club got was Henk ten Cate experimenting with youth and alienating experienced regulars in Han Peng, Wang Yongpo and Liu Jindong, while the youngsters were overwhelmed with the increase of competitiveness. With the club's playmaker Roda Antar out injured, the management decided to sign experienced players in Du Wei, Sima Pound O'Mate Jr., Jose Copyright Ortigoza and Leonardo Pisculacci. Henk ten Cate would eventually call back Wang Yongpo and Han Peng into the team, however by then the club were flirting with relegation and were knocked out of the FA Cup. Henk ten Cate would resign on September 6, 2012 and was replaced by Chinese coach Wu Jingyi, while Henk ten Cate stated he left for private reasons, with the monotonous daily life in Taishan and living separated from his family being the main signifiers. Off-the-field controversies would ultimately summarize Sun Guoyu's reign as general manager when on October 6, 2010 the Ministry of Public Security of the People's Republic of China would confirm the arrests of former Chinese Football Association Vice Chairman Zhao Yalong for accepting bribes as well as his knowledge match-fixing during his tenure. While under arrest, he would claim that Shandong paid him 200,000 yuan to select the referee for the August 26, 2006 league game against Beijing Guoyu, played at Shandong's home stadium in a game that they won 1-0 on their way to winning the 2006 league championship. The former head of refereeing at the Chinese FA Zhang Jiankayang would corroborate with this story and also claimed that he was paid 400,000 yuan as a thank you from the club for his previous refereeing selections during his tenure. On February 18, 2013, the Chinese Football Association Disciplinary Committee found Shandong guilty of violating the regulations of the sport and fined them 1 million yuan. On December 25, 2013, Sun Guoyu was replaced by Liu Yu as the new general manager of the team. Kit manufacturers. With the start of professionalism in the 1994 league season, Shandong were allowed to now gain sponsorship and foreign investment. Adidas would provide their kit from 1994 until 2001 until Mizuno took over from 2002 until 2004. Nike started to provide the kits from 2005 and in 2011 they extended their association with the club along with the Chinese Super League when they signed a 10-year deal to provide all the apparel for the whole league. Affiliated clubs, Sao Paulo, Shandong Luneng Taishan FC signed a sister club relationship in 2013 with Sao Paulo. Adelaide United, Shandong Luneng Taishan FC signed a sister club relationship in 2008 with Adelaide United. Jubilo Iwata, Shandong Luneng Taishan FC signed a sister club relationship in 2005 with Jubilo Iwata. Current squad First team squad as of December 26, 2015. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Reserve squad Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. On loan Note, flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Coaching staff. Managerial history only league matches are counted. Honours, all-time honours list including semi-professional Shandong Provincial team period. League Chinese Jiao A League and Chinese Super League, winners 1999, 2006, 2008, 2010. Chinese U League and China League 2, winners 1991. Cup Chinese FA Cup winners, winners 1995, 1999, 2004, 2006, 2014. Chinese Super League Cup, winners, 2004. Chinese FA Super Cup, winners, 2015. Reserve team Chinese Super League Reserve League champions, 2006, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, Coca-Cola Olympic League champions, 2000, Coca-Cola Olympic League champions, 2001. Youth team U19 team, National U19 Youth League champions, 2009, Nike Youth League champions. U19 Winners' Cup winners, 2005, U17 team, National U17 Youth League champions, 2001, 2003, 2005, 2007, 2010, Adidas Youth League champions. U17 Winners' Cup winners, 2004, Nike Youth League champions, 2005, Adidas Youth League champions, 2006, Adidas Youth League champions, 2007, U17 Winners' Cup winners, 2008, U15 team, National U15 Youth League champions, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2013, Nike Cup winners, 2001, Nike Cup winners, 2002, Adidas Youth League champions, 2004, Nike Youth League champions, 2005, Adidas Youth League champions. U15 FA Cup winners, 2006, Adidas Youth League champions. U15 FA Cup winners. Nike Cup winners, 2007, Adidas Youth League champions. U15 Winners' Cup winners, 2008. Results, all-time league rankings, as of the end of 2015 season. No Division Two league game in 1959, 1961 a Euro 63, Shandong did not compete in 1964. No league games in 1966-72, 1975. Note 1, in group stage, Note 2, in final group stage, Note 3, in South League, Note 4, promoted to 1994 Jiao A League, Key.